Hello, and welcome to this IHS Pricing and Purchasing Service video tutorial on how to build a cost model in our online tool, the Cost Analyzer. In this case, we will build a custom cost forecast using a hypothetical bill of materials for a widget. Our bill of material includes material costs, like steel and copper, packaging costs, like paper, craft board, and printing, indirect costs, like electricity, machinery, and trucking, and labor costs. This tutorial begins in Data Insight Web. Please watch our other video, Logging in and Downloading Data, for information on how to get to this point. We are going to focus our attention in this video on the Cost Analyzer, which can be found under Applications on the top left corner of the window. The Cost Analyzer is a wizard that makes it easy to select the concepts from our forecast that you care about most. In this case, we want to select just the concepts that fit into our bill of materials. First, we select a date range and frequency. Almost all of our price forecasts have 10 years of history and 10 years of forecast at a quarterly frequency. But since we just want a near-term projection of our bill of materials, I'm going to select 2 years of history and 2 years of forecast at a quarterly frequency. As a note, in addition to the annual frequency option, the tool also makes it possible to shift the dates on our forecast to match a fiscal year that does not align with the calendar year. So if this contract is for the United States government, whose fiscal year begins in October of each year, we could select Q4 on the drop-down menu. I want to keep it simple, so I'll stick with the calendar year at a quarterly frequency and click Next. The next page is where we actually select the data that we want to look at. The tool gives us 4 different ways to select data. First, by keyword in the Commodity Group keyword box. This is most useful when selecting a handful of products from different industries and different geographies. It is the catch-all search option. Second, by mnemonic in the mnemonic search box. This is most useful when you are looking for a particular series that you are either very familiar with and thus know the mnemonic, or if you're looking for government data with standard codes. The third option is by industry under the By Industry tab. This is most useful if you're selecting a number of series from a single industry, like multiple paper and packaging prices, as we are doing here. The fourth option is to search by geography under the By Geography tab. This is most useful if you are selecting a number of series from different geographies, and is less useful in this case because we are building our widget entirely in the United States. Thinking back on our bill of materials, you will see that we are selecting each of our spend categories using the various search techniques. On the next page, we can select some basic statistics and adjust how our data is grouped. The question mark gives more information about the statistics. I will select % change and group by concept because all of my data is from the same geography anyway, and click Next. Here we decide if we want to build a composite index or not. We are looking to project our widgets forward in a single custom forecast, so we're definitely going to want to create a composite index. I will name it the Widget Cost Index. On this page, you can also adjust the base date and frequency of the composite index. If this widget was related to a specific contract, we could set the base date to align with the start date of the project to analyze the cost escalation from that point. I'm not in that situation, so I'll leave the defaults and click Next. Now we have to enter the weights for each of our spend categories. The tool will automatically reweight our spending from the start of the video into percentages, so I will just enter my spend data one by one into the weights boxes. You will see with each new spend that I enter, the tool is automatically recalculating that line item's share of total costs. If you want to include a series in our workbook for monitoring purposes, but not included in the composite, just leave the box unchecked. Finally, I can save all of my work thus far in a workbook so that I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. Workbooks are associated with your account and will automatically update with our latest forecasts. I will name the workbook Widget Workbook and click Save. The workbook is then saved on the left side of the window. From here on, all changes are automatically saved and stored in the cloud so that you can access this workbook from anywhere with an internet connection, and you can also share your work with your colleagues. If we want to view the results of our widget cost index, we can just select it, or if you would like to view the data visually, you can click the chart icon in the bottom left corner of the screen. On the chart page, you can view the index levels, you can view alternate chart options, you can print the chart, or you can save it as an image file for use outside of Data Insight Web. And that is all it takes to build a cost model in the Cost Analyzer. Please watch our other videos for information on our other tools and services. If you have any questions, please contact customer care via email at customercare@ihs.com. Thank you for watching.